The story of how I learned Hangul in 1 week. Yes, in 1 week I learned the entire Korean alphabet. But before I get there, I kind of have to go back in time. Now, when I was in middle school, I was taking Japanese. They offered Japanese at school, they didn't offer Korean, but I was into anime at that time and Japanese culture, so I took it. Now, we were studying one of the alphabets in Japanese. There are three. We had just started studying it. And right around that time, I had skipped one class and then got detention for 2 days. You know what I did? For those 2 days, all I did was learn the Japanese alphabet. That's it. I just studied. And in those 2 days, when I first went in, I didn't know any. And when I came out, I knew all of it. So I was even ahead of other students in the class after coming out of detention in the next class. So I really just dove in and went at it for 2 days. And it worked because the alphabet is so simple and I had all that time to myself. So fast forward some years later and I'm learning Hangeul. And I did pretty much the same thing for maybe about a week. Please listen. Hangeul is not difficult. It is so simple. In the same way in English, for example, you have all these letters, and there are 26, and you put a B and an E, and then you pronounce them together to sound out the word B, or you have a C, an A, and an N, and you put them together in order to pronounce the word can, right? It's simple. But in English, it's a bit more complicated because this letter can sometimes be pronounced like this, and then depending on where the placement is in the word, it'll be pronounced differently. This one is silent, this one is this. You don't have all that in Korean. So it's way more simple. In Korean, there are 14 consonants and 10 vowels, and it's very easy to put them together. Please keep in mind that Hangeul is very simple. It's not complicated. It's very simple. So if you try learning the language and you feel like you can't get past the first few characters, you can. Just keep the right perspective about it. Take a few days and just have at it. Just study that, just study that, just study that. And once you get them down, then once you start putting words together and once you start putting sentences together, it'll be so easy and so simple. Okay? So that is the story of how I learned Hangeul in 1 week. And guess what? You can too. And I'm cheering you on.